Well, hello everyone. Kevin Korenthal here. We're on location right now in New York City. This is a kind of an addendum to our to our podcast. With me right now is Matt Rosebrock. He is the incoming vice chair of the National Association of Park Foundation that starts next month. Matt, what are we doing here in New York right now?
Yeah, we've had the honor to be invited to the U.S. Open from the United States Tennis Association, USTA, for the fourth year in a row, to their Park Executive Summit. And like you said, we're in Midtown Manhattan, and we have a wonderful day of meeting with them and talking with folks from NRPA and a number of different park-related agencies about how to grow the game of tennis. And it all kind of culminates tomorrow, the first round at Arthur Ashe Stadium for the men's and women's opening matches. So, again, USTA has been phenomenal for the National Association of Park Foundations. We work with them, like I said, to grow the game of tennis, but more importantly, we work with them to make sure that we're helping their community tennis associations, that they're structured appropriately, and that they can find money in case they need to raise money.
Yeah. So basically, the types of services that we have been offering to the members of the NAPF, which we have increasingly found center around board development, strategic planning, and fundraising training. What we realized is we've been working with the United States Tennis Association more on the area of helping them acquire park areas that need tennis court assessments, which is something that started the relationship. But as we have grown in our relationship with the NAPF, we've come to with USTA, we've come to realize that really these same services that we're giving to our members are also relevant to the CTAs, the community tennis associations that are located around the country.
Yeah, I think the CTAs operate just like park foundations in a way. You know, they are local groups that are servicing a small community or a large community, but they're in need of structure. They're in need of, a functioning board, and they need to be equipped with how to raise money. And Kevin has done a phenomenal job in trying to equip them with those tools and resources, working specifically right now with a number of groups out of Dallas and San Antonio. And a meeting we just came out of looks like that we're going to expand that role across the country.
Yeah, with the annual fundraising training that just commenced this summer, the first annual of that, we will be continuing that program with Dr. Nathan Shamloffel of Indiana State University. It was great to have a couple, 12 of our Park Foundation members participating, but we also had the Dallas Tennis Association, which is also under our agreement through the USTA. All of the CTAs are members of the NAPF, so they get the same benefits of membership that our members do, which I think has been great in attracting them to things like that training program. Being able to offer, you mentioned the San Antonio section, being able to work with them to help plan their organization strategically so that they're able to grow the sport of tennis in San Antonio.
Yeah, and that's what's important. You know, I think being here, it just revitalizes my love for park and recreation and just a sport that can be played, your entire life. I learned to play tennis at probably age 13 or 14, still play today. And, a lot of that tennis is being played in park facilities around the country. So the NAPF can certainly help in finding that funding to make sure that the tennis courts are surfaced correctly, that there's space available, and it's just a great group to be a part of.
Yeah, and I want to kind of reiterate here, we are a very small part of what went on today. In fact, I almost feel like we're the smallest thing in a room of very, very important ideas. But in the end, we were given the opportunity to give the last presentation. And really, I felt that because of what we've been developing over the last 2.5 years, all the big ideas that we're talking about with regard to getting youth involved in tennis, getting other organizations on board, what about the infrastructure, what about the courts, that when you take the the nonprofit board and its ability to think strategically and to fundraise, we kind of closed it all together and maybe made a better opportunity to continue to demonstrate how organizations that think critically and strategically about their operations, about the makeup of their board, everybody knowing what their role is on the board, and having a plan both for the operation of your board, but also for how you're going to raise money, I think is critical for our members and our subscribers to know, just as much as I hope that it will help grow the sport of tennis in the United States.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. I mean, we are a functioning source for foundations and nonprofits because sometimes you just don't have the financial resources within your municipality, county, park agency. So, just like park foundations, the CTAs, the community tennis associations that we referenced, are going to need to be able to find that private funding, go out and learn to fundraise. And I think that's where we're already making inroads with USTA to really help them, arm their CTAs to make sure that they can fundraise.
And then by the gracious donation of USTA, we get to go attend the U.S. Open opening day tomorrow at Arthur Ashe Stadium, which is always a great time. Hey, thanks everyone for continuing to follow the podcast. The Foundation of Parks People podcast is kind of a love of mine, and I'm really appreciative to all of the folks that are following along and sharing this. Remember, if you're watching it here on YouTube, but you have a podcast app that you go to, we're on all the podcast apps. Make sure that you like and subscribe to these videos and share them with your friends. Once again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.